In the world we live in today, everything has become synthetic or artificial. Social media has made you think that you have friends with a friend list of strangers that you have never met with or had an actual conversation with. Yet you like one another's posts, yet don't even know enough about one another to actually like one another. My name is Cole. This is my YouTube channel where I make videos about self-improvement, Christian content, and basically whatever I feel will help you and improve your life. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my content so that you can see more. And let's jump into the video. You look at foods today and you see fruit and vegetables that are genetically modified. Now our meat is no longer free range and is injected with various chemicals to make it swell up and appear bigger and more appealing to consumers. The modern world has industrialized us as human beings and productized us. We used to be consumers several decades ago, but the things we consume today shorten our life expectancy and in turn consume us. I mean, how ironic is that? You see, now I know why the Bible said that the love of money is the root of all evil. In 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10, because men want to enrich themselves at the expense of others. We all know that alcohol is harmful and addictive, yet the liquor industry was worth $1,949.2 billion in 2021. And who knows how much bigger that number has climbed now. Politicians think only of themselves, and the more money these industries make, like the liquor, tobacco, and adult industry, which destroys lives, families, and marriages and causes addiction, so much hurt and betrayal. The happier these people are, because that means more taxes for government and more money for these CEOs. You see, porn used to be illegal in some countries and still is in some countries like North Korea, China, and Iran. You see, a society driven by the love of money is bound to go to the ground. Our brains have become hijacked by something called supernormal stimuli we find in the modern world. It is not natural to sit in a chair all day and look at a screen. We were designed for relationship, yet social media has replaced physical interaction with people spending time on their phones in the presence of others. How is it possible that you find yourself at a social event around friends, family, and loved ones, yet you are giving more attention to your cell phone? It is because these things have been designed to be addictive. You see, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and all these people, they are using ads to make money. So these apps used, well, Facebook is free. So the more time you spend on it, even on YouTube, the more ads that is fed to you, the more money they make. So your attention literally costs money. So you are the product. You know, I heard a quote that says that if it is free, then you are most probably the product. And that is so true. Social media was designed to help us to draw closer. I mean, you can message your family or relatives from across the world. You can network better. But instead, it has done more harm than good. So social media appears to offer you more feelings of being liked, and you get to make way more friends than you would in real life. It messes up your attention span and affects all other areas of your life because the ability to focus is of vital importance. Grades and pass rates have decreased dramatically. The more cell phones, technology, and social media advance, the more kids start failing and doing bad in school. So I believe technology is not bad in itself. It's how you use it and what relationship you develop with it. If you develop a bad relationship with technology, then rather stay away from certain elements of it or completely. But if it helps you to grow, then I would suggest continue using it positively. Let's look at the modern world versus early civilization. In the modern world, we communicate mostly electronically. In the ancient world, we communicated face to face. Today we eat genetically modified foods that are processed, have various ingredients and contain refined sugar which is not natural. In the past they ate whole foods. Today we watch pornography excessively and masturbate which leads to loneliness. In the past we found partners and built healthy families. Today we are socially awkward and have little to no friendships. In the past we had healthy relationships and social settings was the norm. There was no such thing as social anxiety. Today there is depression, anxiety, obesity which is so common worldwide. In the past no depression, no obesity and people live more fulfilled lives. Examples of supernormal stimuli would be pornography and masturbation. These two are as highly addictive as drugs. Number two would be drugs, smartphones and the internet. Number three. Number four, junk food and refined sugar. And lastly, television and video games. You see, our brains are plastic, which means that it is able to change and rewire itself. And the term for that is called neuroplasticity. Your brain changes to become more efficient in the behaviors that you do repeatedly. When you feed your brain with supernormal stimuli, what happens is you flood your brain with dopamine. And when that happens, your brain says to itself, this is too much pleasure for me to handle. To protect itself, what it does is reduce the amount of dopamine receptors in your brain, which makes it much more difficult for you to experience pleasure. When this happens, you become unmotivated, lazy, and tired because your brain has adapted to a life of supernormal stimuli. When you have an addiction, you will experience withdrawal when going without your substance of choice for a period of time, and that's only when you realize you've got an addiction, when the withdrawal kicks in. There was a period of time I tried locking my phone away for an entire week and recall having this leap of anxiety in my chest. This is not good even if cell phones seem harmless. It definitely is not. Symptoms of addiction withdrawal include depression or anxiety, fatigue, lethargy, lack of energy and ability to focus, insomnia, restlessness, headaches and brain fog, irritability, agitation, feelings of detachment and numbness. So these are only some indicators to know if you have developed addictive behaviors. They occur normally when you leave the addictive behavior or substance after a certain amount of time, which on average is around within a few hours of not using or doing it up to about a week. This applies to drugs, different substances, and various behaviors. I've experienced this firsthand from phone addiction, internet addiction, porn addiction, and even an eating disorder. Because once you stop doing this thing, your brain normally tries to find another source of pleasure or dopamine to substitute the lack it is getting. And when it doesn't get it, then the withdrawal begins. And it is here where most people relapse in order to relieve their symptoms. Please subscribe if you are enjoying this content this far, and also check out my newsletter. I will link it down below. In my newsletter, I normally publish articles, and sometimes I use those articles as scripts to publish YouTube videos like this. So if you want access to my newsletter, please do sign up below. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, both on my newsletter and YouTube channel, and I would love for you to be a part of that. Now that you understand what addiction is doing in our society, soon I will follow up, God willing, with more videos explaining social media addiction, addiction as a whole, wellness and mental health, because I want you to be your best self. Therefore, I am issuing you with a challenge today because we need to make this practical. Right? Write this down. So the challenge would be to cut your phone usage down this week because it is one of the most overstimulating sources for your brain and where other bad habits are linked to. So number one would be the ultra difficult level. So it comes in different levels. So number 1, no phone for 1 week. Difficulty level 2, use your phone for an hour a day max. And the moderately difficult level would be to cut your phone usage in half. The easy level would be to spend an hour a day less on your phone. So you need to check your screen time, right? To build awareness of how much time you spend on your phone. And with those guidelines, you can start doing the challenge. You can put a screen time widget on your home screen to do so more easily. And what else you can do is keep busy with productive things. Spend time actually socializing with loved ones and engaging with friends, and try calling instead of texting. Get out more and leave your phone either in the car, your bag, or a place you won't easily reach for it. Engage in the setting and tell yourself you won't be on your phone for the duration of the outing, or that you will minimize it wherever possible. Try this challenge for a week or up to a month. Come back to the comments and let me know what you think about it. I have personally deleted apps that don't serve me and have ways I manage my cell phone use. I encourage you to challenge yourself. I hope you can make lifestyle changes after this, because that is the purpose of these videos, to bring change into your life, not just to entertain you or to give you facts. All the best with the challenge. I wish you a great week trying this out. Thank you for watching my video and coming on my channel. I really appreciate you sticking around till the end of the video.